Today, we continue our big journey across Australia, moving further and further from Brisbane towards Adelaide. In these episodes, we'll cruise down a river on a 19th century paddle steamer, visit the legendary ship Shearers Museum, and yes, we'll smell a ship. We'll also spend the night in a hotel room featured in Australia's most famous film. And finally, we'll explore Mungo National Park with landscapes that look like the moon. Let's go! A classic motel morning. Waking up refreshed, most guests already gone, and it's just great to be somewhere cozy and peaceful, where you can stretch, wake up slowly, and hit the road again. Along the way, in the Australian outback, you'll spot lots of these massive storage silos. Locals call them silos too. They can hold cotton seeds, grains or water, like this one. Many are painted as a part of what's known as the Silo Art Trail. In 2002, the Shearers Outback Museum opened here in the town of Hay. It dives into the world of Australian sheep shearers. There is even Shearers Hall of Fame. Let's go check it out. Here they offer you a chance to smell something you will probably skip. Or riding a bike. You can also compare how many calories you burn shearing sheep. Spoiler: shearing wins. There are signed jerseys from championship shearers. This is serious business here. Lamb is the #1 meat in this region, a key food source for people living in and around Hay. This one's just for you. Why did I do that? We are back on the road today, from Hay to the town of Mildura, about 310 kilometers, just over 3 hours. And today we board a 150-year-old riverboat for a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Where exactly are we? Right here, 850 kilometers from Sydney, nearly 500 to Melbourne and 400 to Adelaide. We are at a crossroads, literally. And hey, check out these stylish mug fans. This is the main street of Balranald, famous for its fishing. It's also the last big stop before the iconic Mungo National Park. We'll head there soon too. 3-in-1 instant coffee in its natural habitat, Outback edition. And here we are, boarding a legendary old boat from the late 19th century. We are setting off on the mighty Murray River for a 2-hour journey. This boat has been sailing since 1881, and today we get to experience it like people did 150 years ago. Let's explore the boat. Upper deck, spare ladder, the captain's seat, and the flag. An old Australian one, possibly from the Confederation era. The boat's name? Rothbury. This room fits about 20 people. And has a bar for tea, coffee, and classic items. Here's the lifeboat with the name Mildura and the boat's name. I'm really looking forward to this. Feels like time travel. Imagine everyone dressed up chatting about fashion, politics and food. Honestly, not much has changed. Let's see what the journey brings. We are off. Fun fact, that riverbank is Victoria and this one is New South Wales. There must be hundreds of pearls on that tree. It looks like the tree grew feathers. Behind us, the dam gates are closing. Ahead of us, the gates open, like something out of the Panama Canal. And off we go. We are heading upstream. I'm picking a souvenir magnet, this one. The river bends sharply here and we pass a few private boat docks. What's better than sipping a fizzy drink with a view like this? Let's meet the captain. Oh, can we...
Probably now is best, or?
No, it's fine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We are in the wheelhouse. Look at that massive steering wheel. Let's not distract the captain. He's maneuvering us through the narrow stretch. Now we are approaching the dam from the other side. The back gate closes and water starts filling in to raise the boat. It rises fast. You can see it on the markers. Feels like I'm growing taller, but it's just the water level rising. A guy in the booth controls the whole process. We get the go-ahead. The mooring ropes are off. Time to continue our cruise. A huge thanks to the lockmaster. By the way, some of these boats are even for sale. And just like that, we are back. What a trip! But time to move on. A lovely cruise to wrap up the afternoon. Beautiful place. Captain, thank you! We were all the first ones here, probably the hungriest too. You might think we just eat all the time. That's pretty accurate. Today I've got stir-fried black pepper veggies with protein.
Is it even edible?
Delicious. Then came the peanut curry. I've had something similar in Africa. Let's try it. Thai style with coconut milk and spices.
You try it first. I will eat later.
That's mine.
Ha ha ha.
Couldn't resist getting ice cream. One flavor is made from Davidson plum, a native Australian fruit that tastes like a tart raspberry. Takes me back to childhood. Whipped berries with milk. Woke up thinking something had changed. It had. The temperature. 7 degrees. People think Australia is all sunshine, but winter mornings here, not so much.
You look like a gremlin in the morning.
Well, it's 7 a.m. What did you expect?
I don't know, you are the blogger. Try looking like one.
Breakfast time. Here is an avocado toast with tofu slices, quinoa and hummus. Mine's scrambled eggs with potatoes. And this is an art. Maybe. Still figuring it out. We are walking down the street and see people driving these gorgeous vintage cars. Not in a museum, but right here on a busy corner off to work. Right here in Mildura stands a unique steam locomotive, the K175. It's one of the last surviving K-class steam engines, built in 1941 in Melbourne for the Victorian Railways, an 18-meter giant now permanently on display. Today we are heading to Mungo National Park, famous for its otherworldly landscapes, almost lunar in appearance. And it even has a natural version of a Great Wall of China, sculpted entirely by wind and time. The road changed completely. The asphalt ends, and now it's dirt for the next 80 kilometers. Good news? They've already built part of the new road, so maybe in a few years this whole stretch will be paved. And here's our first distant view of Mungo National Park, endless plains, soft silhouettes of hills. That ridge over there is what they call the Great Wall of China. And of course flies, a true signature of the Aussie outback. Even though it's only 15 degrees today, the flies are out in full force. The park signs warn about venomous snakes, very normal for these parts. Just watch your step. We are at the visitor center. Again, snake warnings and info on which trails are open. Not all areas are accessible today. There were heavy rains last December, and now it's May, and parts of the road are still damaged. So we are heading out. Last night we stayed in Mildura, then crossed all that off-road stretch, and now we are here in Mungo. Tonight we'll camp here and head to Broken Hill tomorrow. These are the landscape Mungo is famous for. Let me show you. Isn't that? Look, he is part of the dunes now. Snakes are a big symbol here, ancient and sacred. This land has belonged to them for millennia. Here is a bit of history. The first settlers, the first fossils they discovered, and you can see ancient bones, teeth, and fossilized eggs here. That ridge is called the Great Wall of China, a natural one, resembling the famous one near Beijing. We are heading in now to see it up close. Look at the layers in the sand. Not just brown, there are reds and even patches of white. The white stuff is beach sand, yet we are 100 kilometers from the nearest ocean. Scientists say the first people lived here over 20,000 years ago. This is where human history in Australia began. And this is the end of the path. Time to turn back. On the way, we came across some emus, big, majestic birds. You want to follow them, but they won't. Besides, they're just as likely to chase you if they feel like it. We also spotted kangaroo drinking from a puddle right by the road. That's why they always warn you, drive carefully in national parks, especially at dawn and dusk. Animals are more active then, cooler temperatures. But this guy, too thirsty to wait, came out at midday. We couldn't go any further. The roads still closed after those December rains. What looks like a dry-out lake bed is now a hard, mineral-packed surface. Not something that will wash away in the next rain. This stuff is here to stay. Feels like we are standing on Mars. 45 to 50,000 years ago, the last dinosaurs in this region roamed this lake. Now it's one of 13 such fossil lakes in the area. This is where giant dinosaurs swam unbuffed. And now here we are. We just met blue-tongued skink. He's lying by the road, basking. Such a gorgeous little creature. We won't disturb him. Kangaroos clearly come here for the water too. There hasn't been much rain lately. Tonight we are staying right inside the national park, the only accommodation available here. Look at this! Sculptures made of branches. Emus, kangaroos, even baby emus. Let's check it out. Having a good day? Having a good day?
Yeah, having a good day so far.
So far, yeah. The weather is nice. Yeah. Nice place. Spacious room, tiled floors, aircon, comfy bed, decent lighting. $299 a night, the only option here. Private bathroom and shower, and it does the job. Turns out we are not alone. I met Mr. Peacock. Would you mind showing yourself, sir? No? Okay, we won't disturb you. Also here goats, rams, and yes, more emus. Now we are heading on an evening tour organized by the lodge into restricted territory we couldn't reach on our own. They'll take us in this high-clearance 4WD vehicle. Massive tires, stairs access like a double-decker bus. Now we are in the protected area. usually off limits but accessible with the special group. The sunset promises to be spectacular. I'm so happy to get this close to these ancient formations. Carefully, we walk along these soft ridges. It feels like a sandy Antarctica. If these were ice, it could easily pass for the polar regions. But it's not. It's another face of Australia, wild and unexpected. The sun sets over Mungo. What a long, bright, unforgettable day. And it ends like all days should, to make room for a new one tomorrow. And just across from the sunset, the sky glows like it's hosting the northern lights. While others head to dinner, I go straight for pasta. All keys returned, we are ready to move on. Have a nice trip, they said. Back on the road after Mungo, and we have stopped for coffee at a favorite spot from a few towns back. There is something special about that moment, when you finally hit pavement again after days in the dirt, especially if your rental cars doesn't have spare tire and there is no phone signal. But we are good. On the road again, an hour and 40 minutes from Mungo back to Mildura. Now, another 300 kilometers or so north toward Broken Hill. Or literally Broken Hill, Cracked Rock, Split Mountain. And guess what? We are headed for a big surprise, especially for movie lovers, because that's where one of Australia's most iconic films was shot. On the way, we spotted this curious tree, covered in mucks. No idea who started it, but it's charming. There were goats nearby, so we slowed down and then noticed that tree. Pretty cool, right? Welcome to Broken Hill, New South Wales. This is true outback, a mining town, rugged and quiet. But it earned its place on the map thanks to a famous movie. A group of drag queens stopped here on their road trip from Sydney to Alice Springs. They stayed right here, in this very hotel. And guess what? Tonight we are staying in the same hotel. Same room! It's called the Priscilla Suite. From the film The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Posters and memories everywhere. Let's go in.
To the other shop and get some maps, but
All
I'll
right,
put them in the foyer out there.
It's fine, yeah, it's fine, all good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The exact same posters from the movie hang on the walls. Room 102, the Priscilla Suite. Let's step inside and check it out. It's a surreal experience being here, especially if you have seen the film. Even if not, this place has a very colorful, bold character. The long drive to Broken Hill was totally worth it, just to stay in this room, soak up the atmosphere, maybe rewatch the 1994 film, or just relax and enjoy the vibe. This hotel was painted like this decades ago, an art piece in itself. You can see the outback landscape on the walls, the mountains, and along the hallway, dozens of quirky themed rooms. During the local festival, this place is booked out completely, not a single room to spare. As you walk down the stairs, you look at these murals and wonder, who came up with this? In the middle of the outback, people come here, they are amazed, and they come back again. Time to hit the gift shop and maybe swing by the bar. Hello, how are you? Let's go check it out this evening. We are still in Broken Hill, and tonight we are visiting one of the town's most unusual museums. It's full of vintage trains and locomotives, and you can actually go inside them. Plus, a stunning mineral collection, all mined right here. Let's go! This beautifully preserved tram engine is from 1951, still in great condition. Here's another, dating all the way back to 1888. Amazing that it's still here. As strange as it sounds, this dusty mining town is known for its museums. There is even a full-fledged art gallery here. Now we are heading into another curious museum dedicated to minerals, crystals and the local mining history. Some of these stones are exported worldwide. Many I've never even heard of, and I'm pretty good with rocks. This one looks like it came from another planet. People mined this back in the day and still do. The pickaxes, shovels and sledgehammers. Not an easy job. Here you'll see all the different types of stones found in this region, from rusty looking to polished smooth, and yes, pure natural fluorescence. Some of them glow under special light. Here's one of the museum's most famous displays, a giant metal and shaped like wrench. And here's a bit of nostalgia. Those old carnival games with spinning clowns' heads and wide open mouths. They still exist. Toss in a ball, win a prize. And local games include trying to knock down 2 out of 3 prisoners. Classic outback fun. Oh, is that a handsome guy? Who is that handsome guy? Who is this handsome guy? In the next episode, we wrap up our epic Aussie road trip. We'll show you Georgian sculptures in the scorched heat of the outback, and suddenly, Stalin will visit a tiny town home to camels, donkeys, and actual gemstones under your feet. Oh, and that's where Mad Max 2 was filmed. Plus a vintage 1950s style ice cream cafe. Don't miss the grand finale of this journey.